Good morning. Hi, I'm Phil McPhail with United Country Lifestyle Properties in Maine. If you're looking for a affordable, year-round accessible waterfront property, come check out 348 Route 2 in Winn with me. This 26 by 32 foot ranch style home sets on 4.6 acres right on Route 2 in Winn, and we have frontage on the beautiful Penobscot River. So let's go check out this house together today. As you come into the house from the breezeway that connects the garage to the main home, you're walking directly into the living, kitchen, and dining space. This is an L-shaped open floor plan. And before I forget to tell you, while you're here, we're going to have an incredible virtual reality tour of the floor plan of this house. So check that out down in the description below. And folks, if you have a TV and you can't get to the description, give us a call. We'll email you a link to that virtual reality tour of the floor plan. The L-shaped kitchen this house is a little dated. It was built in 1982. Hasn't had a lot of modern updates, but we do have a newer refrigerator and range that will stay with the property. We got this movable center aisle here, Formica type countertops, and just your basic out of the box cabinetry. Over here, we actually have a really nice view of the river out the back door, out onto the deck through the sliding glass door that leaves the kitchen. From the kitchen area, we walk into the full bathroom. And here we have a sink, a full bathtub with shower enclosure, your flush, and a washing machine hookup. You also come out of this bathroom, which enters the one bedroom. This is a really large room. I think we got this at 14 by 16. Check the notes below and you'll find it there. This room's big enough, I think you could split it into two smaller bedrooms if you needed to, and there's also a closet here in this room. As you come out of the bedroom here, you come back into the kitchen area. This is the basement entry door from the inside of the house. Let's go check it out. Okay, folks, as we come down the basement stairs, let's take a look at some of the mechanicals of this house. Right over here, we have an electric water heater. Just to note, this is not working right now. The owner is looking into it, and if need be, we'll probably have to replace it. Over here in the southeast corner of the basement, we have a 200 amp circuit breaker panel. This home does have electric heating units, so that's pretty handy. There's a little bit of extra room in here should you need it. Over here in the center of the building, we have a tile-lined brick chimney that goes up through the center of the house. This is all electric heat at this time with a couple of gas space heaters in place. One you saw in the dining room upstairs, one down here in the basement. There is a clean out here. So if you wanted to hook up a wood stove here in the basement or an oil-fired central heating system, it's all ready to go. Over here on the north side of the basement, we have a sink down here for washing or cleaning, whatever you got. Maybe you got some vegetables you're bringing in from outside. Pressure tank from the well is also over here. While I'm talking about the well, this is private well, private septic. The well is somewhere here on the northern side of the house. My client does not know exactly where it is. We think it's a drilled well that's been buried underground. No problems with it, but you know, it's something due diligence. You might want to do an inspection and see if you can locate that with a metal detector. As you come around the other side of the stairs, there is a semi-finished room here. There's nothing on the floor. Insulated ceiling between the first floor and the basement. This is some old paneling. It's been on this concrete wall. Of course, you always get moisture from the concrete wall, which you'll see around the bottom of it. Probably I'd remove this and just paint the concrete wall. This is a pretty good sized closet here. Unfortunately, I got a light in there. But this could be an area you might want to finish and do it a little different than this old paneling. Over here on the south wall of the basement, this is a entrance out to the breezeway. There's a set of stairs behind this door. We'll check that out from outside in the breezeway next. We're inside the breezeway here, connecting the house and the garage, and this is the bulkhead entrance to the stairs that we just saw in the basement. And as we come out around the front, let's go check out the garage. Go check out the garage. We do have a power door opener. In here, we do have room enough for one car right now. If you took out this center wall here and you didn't need this little workshop area, you could probably put another overhead door in and get a second vehicle in here. We're in here in the little workshop area, one of two that are in the garage. Got a bench in here, and there is a pull down to get access up overhead if you want to store some things up here. As we come back through towards the backyard, through the breezeway, we come through this door here. Over here we have another workshop that's attached to the back of the garage. The garage is 24 by 24, and this is about 7 by 15 here inside this little workshop. It's a good place for whoever wants to tinker with equipment, you know, fix your motors, whatever. Good place to do that. Back here in the front yard between the house and the road, Route 2 is a pretty busy road, which has pluses and minuses. The pluses that you can get here, and this road is always well taken care of all winter long. To kind of cut back on the road noise, we do have a nice buffer of trees here between us and the road and the house, pretty much all along the road frontage with the exception of the driveway entrance. The prior owner of this property here in Winn did some amazing job with landscaping. There's some stonework, you got flower beds, and they're getting a little overgrown, but I don't believe they're beyond recovery. Actually, they look like they should be easily brought back to life. So the front yard here is nice. Let's go take a look at the backyard too. Before we look at the rest of the backyard, as you come around the side of the garage on the west side of the house, you'll see this concrete riser here. This is reported to me by the seller to be the top of the septic tank. So in order for you to get access to it, it's above ground, which makes it nice in case you got to do some maintenance in the wintertime. We believe the leach field's in this area. I did a search online for both septic and well and could not find either one online, and that's not that unusual for this period of time when this house was built. Let's go around the back side of the house and check out a little more of the backyard. Here's the backyard right behind the house, and that's the deck that we could see through the sliding glass doors coming out of the kitchen area. This area slowly rolls down to the river, and over here behind us we have our propane storage for those two heaters that I showed you in the basement. This is a big enough tank you could get bulk filled and probably run a hot air or hot water propane system as a central heating system. The backyard here, folks, also features this trellised area, and you'll notice this grapevines, and there are an incredible amount of grapes growing here. They're not ripe yet, so I can't test them out to see if they're any good, but they look old, like they've been here for quite some time. The rest of the landscaping back here is a little bit overgrown, in my opinion. If you like it really dense and kind of shading the house all day, then that's probably all right for you. But if you did a little bit of pruning here, take down this old pine tree, you'd open up a better view to the Penobscot River, which we're going to check out here in a minute. Let's go down back here and check out the Penobscot River in the backyard of this home. We're down here next to the river now, folks, and let's talk about the land before we talk about the river. This is 4.6 plus or minus acres according to the deed, and the description of the deed certainly looks like it was written by a surveyor, and we were able to locate 4 corner pins, so we assume that it's pretty accurate. This back field comes right up against the river. Maine's Penobscot River, this is the second longest river in the state of Maine. It drains nearly 9,000 square miles of our state, forms up in 4 different branches in the North Woods, the northwest, east, and south branch of the river. We're down here in Winn on the main stem. We're going to go up and take a look at the boat landing just up the road from here, about 1.5 miles in a little bit. But check out this river, great fishing, some whitewater paddling in the west branch and the east branch. It's just a gorgeous water feature, and in my opinion, because I live on this river a few miles down the road, but I like it better than lakes. It's just more interesting to me. What do you guys think? Share that in the comments below. If you like to fish for smallmouth bass as much as I do, check out behind me. These are the old rock pilings from the log drive days at one time when the Penobscot River was full of floating logs every spring that were run off the lakes in the North Country all the way down to the city of Bangor. But these have been left behind and they make some incredible habitat for fish. They draw smallmouth bass like magnets. So that's a really cool thing to check out. You're probably wondering where Winn, Maine is located. We're about 8 miles north of the town of Lincoln, which is the nearest service town with hospital, grocery stores, health clinics, everything you could need. We're 57 miles north of the city of Bangor, about 185 miles from the city of Portland, or about 2 hours and 45 minutes. And we're 268 odd miles to the city of Boston, or about 4 hours and 30 minutes drive right from the doorstep of this property. Other nearby points of interest here for the property in Winn, up the road here north of us about 1.5 miles, we have a really nice concrete ramp boat landing. You can put any size boat in here within reason and skill level to run rivers. Mattawamkeag Wilderness Park is about 13.5 miles, a little bit further north of us here. There's primitive camping, some incredible whitewater on the Mattawamkeag River that gets almost no attention because not many people know about it. And we also have some great trout fishing and some smallmouth bass fishing in that river as well. Baxter State Park is 45 miles from here, just about an hour's drive to the south entrance of the park. And most of you are probably familiar with that. If you're not, that's where Mount Katahdin is. We've got hundreds of miles of hiking trails in that park, numerous trout ponds, beautiful streams, incredible scenery. What can I say? Check out Mount Katahdin, Baxter State Park, and the adjoining Katahdin Woods and Waters National Monument. I want to thank you folks again for coming along on this tour of this property. Hey, could you do me a favor and take 30 seconds? If you like this video, give it a like down below. And if you know somebody who's looking for a waterfront property here in Maine, share this video with them before this property gets sold. And on that note, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to be sure you get the next video that comes up before it is sold, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss it. Time for the price of this property, folks. It's $189,900. The taxes and all the other information about the property will be right over here for you to see. If you want to come take a look at it, give me a call at 800-286-6164. Ask for Phil. If I'm not available, ask for whoever is. Come on up quick and look at this one before it's gone.